Nolan Yao, and I represent Erica Castro-Miles.
Mr. Yao, can you explain what happened today?
Yeah, today was our first appearance in circuit court on her motions that I had filed. I'd filed a motion for discovery, motion to sever her case for Mr. Wiggins, motion for change of venue because we want a fair trial and probably not in Dixon County. I filed a motion for bond, also a motion to remand back to General Sessions for a preliminary hearing.
And so far, what was decided?
Well, we had a chambers conference with the district attorney's office and the judge, and we decided that it's most appropriate, since we have an agreement to remand back to General Sessions for a preliminary hearing, that we would reserve all of the rest of the motions for a later date.
And were you always representing Erica, or were you appointed recently?
I was appointed about a month ago, a little over a month ago.
And so far, how is it dealing with a case like this, a big case like this?
Well, it's obviously a high-profile case, but we've handled cases comparable to this in a number of counties, so it's not anything new to us. But when we look at a case like this and I see a woman who is very obviously accused of a serious crime, we suffer the consequences of who we hang out with from time to time. And I look at her case and I see a good opportunity to represent someone who needs a strong defense attorney and a strong defense team to be able to stand in her stead. You
mentioned being around some people you hang out with. Do you feel like, obviously there's a reason why you want this severed from the Wiggins case?
Absolutely. It's as if you're in a burning building. You want to get out as fast as you can. Stephen Wiggins is obviously charged with a capital offense. She is not. Hers is still a felony first-degree murder, but he's charged with the capital crime, among others. And in her situation, the prospective guilt rubbing off onto her is a real prospect, and we want to get away from him as fast as possible. Much the same way if I told you this building was on fire, you'd want to get out. We want to get out.
She's indicted for first-degree murder. Do you think that should be her charge?
Absolutely not. No, based on what I've seen from the discovery that's provided by the state, I don't see any evidence that she committed the crime of first-degree murder. One of the motions that I filed that I didn't mention earlier was a motion for bill of particulars. That motion is designed to have the state tell me what is their theory of her criminal culpability. What did she do wrong? Do they think that she committed a crime specifically, like she pulled the trigger? And we don't believe that's the case. The discovery doesn't attest to that. Or do they think that she is responsible somehow for what he did? So I'm looking forward to the state's response on my motion for bill of particulars.
If so, are you trying to get the charges dropped, or do you want it lessened? And if so, what would that be?
Well, we've yet to see any evidence that she actually committed a crime. So I would be looking to get them dismissed at disposition. But if the state shows that she actually did commit a crime, then we'll address that at the appropriate time.
We're talking, there's surveillance, there's body cam video. Have you seen this video?
I have seen the body cam footage, and I have not seen anything in that body cam footage that leads me to believe that she committed the crime of first-degree murder.
Can you tell us what you did see, what was seen in that video?
I don't believe it's appropriate for me to attest to that right now.
There will be a new preliminary hearing, or a preliminary hearing in
Correct.
this case. There has not been one. Do you have an approximate date for that, or a date certain?
We had selected the tentative dates of August 27th, 8th, or 9th. The state's going to get back to me on a date that works for the General Sessions clerk. And we will have the preliminary hearing with Mr. Wiggins' case as well. So it will be both of the cases together at the preliminary hearing stage. Then it'll come back to circuit court, and we'll address all of the other motions there.
Perfect. I'm good. Side note, do you know who the attorney is for Crystal? Did you